With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action now. Bridgewater. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Browns nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Play fake. Bridgewater. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Third down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down, Cleveland.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Bridgewater now from the 50. That's complete to Smith. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that should...
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Bengals grab it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The defense.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option, you've actually called that play.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
The 12-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, 1 man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it running right. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
On the play, it's 3rd down and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. The left side completion to Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here we go now with Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Ito Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
Cyber it on for the point after.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe bump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Cleveland.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it this time. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They go play action. Bridgewater looking deep for. He's got a man. And complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
A gain of 12.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Davante Adams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are back within a score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jacob Phillips leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Second and 14. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this is incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Dayon Buchanan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. And Jennings has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
2 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 38.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Bengals 31. Browns.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry?
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
48-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. From the gun to give to Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mack Wilson, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
When a linebacker able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the
You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Burrow will throw. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Browns' 6-yard line.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Another try from Nixon, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Bullock's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where...
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him.
Bridgewater's pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
To Devontae Adams.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a 1st down on that last catch as well. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he'll take a shot. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Gain of 30. And the Browns 1st down.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Bridgewater again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Trey Hendrickson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Mixon, the ball.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns' drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback. With
emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Really good on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 50, Mike 50. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Hey, check, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the slants, watch the slant. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hey, watch number 5, watch number 5. Let's pick it up.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The left side completion to Jones.
Complete to Julio.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Have they shown him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. Able to slither by and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Brett Kern now, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
Tonight's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.